So this next move is what I call a 5-count armbar, okay, because it has 5 steps. But it's just an armbar from the closed guard. The way I teach it, I think is a little unique because I break it down by steps. And I've also had a lot of people write into me and ask, hey, can you show an armbar from the closed guard? Because there's so many variations throughout the jiu-jitsu community. So this is what works for me and my students, and this is what works for me in tournaments. So I'll show you the armbar. Okay, so the armbar always starts by isolating an arm. So what I'm gonna do is, if I wanna take this arm, I'm never gonna come over the arm and grab because he can just, pull this arm off. So I always come under the arm, under this arm to grab this arm. Now never grab the material, okay? I'm gonna hook the tricep, and if I wanna do 2-on-1, this is fine. And I put this on my belly button, just right on my center line, okay? So this is a principle of isolating the arm, number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna cross grip the trap like this, okay? Never grab the material because I don't have control of his neck. Okay, I wanna make sure that my pinky just goes barely behind the neck. And the biggest mistake that people do here is they pull the guy down on top of him. Okay, I don't wanna do that. I wanna keep him in a neutral position. So if he tries to stack me, I keep my arm locked. If he tries to pull away, I keep him there. Okay, so this is a neutral position. Okay, so that's 2. 3, I'm gonna put the foot in the hip, here. Okay, notice how my knee is closed, so I'm blocking the back door so he can't pull his arm out. Right, his elbow, see, he can't pull it out. I'm not gonna leave it out and lazy like this. Right, so I'm just like this. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, this is the hardest part. I'm gonna elevate, turn, and bite. So, I'm gonna elevate my lower back off the ground. Notice how my head goes back a little bit. If I stay like looking at him, then my back gets rounded. So I lean back just a little bit. I'm gonna elevate, I'm gonna push off of my heel, I'm gonna turn 90 degrees to him, and I'm gonna bite with my back leg at the same time. Okay? Let me show that one more time. Okay? So as my spine moves, my leg also moves. Here. Now, notice how I keep my toes active. This is not a strong leg. This is a strong leg. What this does is keeps him from being able to stand up. Right? So every step has a purpose. Now, I'm going to pass the leg over the face, around the face, but I don't want to do it wide like this because he could take this hand and stop it. So I have to scrape his face, almost knee myself in the face, if this makes sense here, and bite. Now, make sure that there's no space in this little, I call this the triangle of air, A-I-R. Make sure there's no space in there. Make sure you gather it all up. And it's got a nice bite as well. Never cross your feet here. Because when I cross my feet, my knees come apart and I'm not isolating the joint. So if I'm biting and I'm pinching my knees, now all I do is I take the hand off the trap. I can control where the thumb's up, and I elevate my hips. Okay, so one more time. 1, isolate. 2, control the posture. 3, foot in the hip and block the back door. 4, elevate, turn and bite. 5, pass the leg over the face and bite, active toes. Never let go of the tricep, just grab here and elevate my hips. Don't stretch your legs. Keep your legs nice and bite and elevate your hips. Another trick that I'll explain real quick is you have to not spin underneath the guys. Sometimes I can make a little adjustment, and this is for more advanced guys. So watch what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, turn and bite. So if I want more pressure here, I can just scoot my shoulders back. Now my leg is on top of his back and it's heavier. So the shorter that my legs are, the more I spin underneath them. And see, this is not correct. So if you ever get in this position, I just correct it by scooting my shoulders back. Then I pass the leg over the face and elevate. Okay? Now I'm going to show the move in full speed. Okay? I'm Mitch Coates, and that's another one of my Refined Basics.